The Israeli military says the massive blast at a Gaza City hospital on Tuesday was caused by a terrorist organization affiliated with Hamas. The IDF has released video evidence and aerial footage before and after the blast. It shows a lack of a crater or any significant damage to surrounding buildings.
We need the good hit.
The IDF also released taped audio from Hamas terrorists acknowledging the misfire. The Hamas-controlled Gaza Health Ministry reported at least 500 people killed, calling it a horrific massacre. Palestinian officials blame Israel for the incident. Media worldwide, including AP, Reuters, the BBC, CNN, the Wall Street Journal, Al Jazeera, and the New York Times reported the explosion as an Israeli airstrike. Reporting IDF spokesperson Jonathan Conricus calls unprofessional.
Claiming that it was a missile based on Hamas information. He hasn't been on the ground. He hasn't verified it himself. He's taking Hamas information and displaying that as the truth.
IDF also called out state-owned Qatari media Al Jazeera for its reporting, telling them to check their own footage first before accusing Israel.
Isn't it amazing how fast fake news spread and how much they're leveraged? Yes, it is concerning because we find ourselves, unfortunately, in a combustible situation where we have armed enemies all around us who appear to be extremely aggressive and want a confrontation. Gaza, Hamas, the organization that governs the Gaza Strip, started it, and we are now in the early stages of defeating Hamas, which will be done eventually. And it appears that other terrorist organizations that are also under the Iranian umbrella want to do the same. That is, of course, very dangerous for the region. We have made it very clear that this wasn't a war that we wanted, but it is a war that we intend to finish with the complete dismantling of Hamas as a military entity. And we have also said to Hezbollah and anybody else that we strongly encourage them not to attack. And today, the state of Lebanon, and perhaps more so since these so-called demonstrations have erupted, they have to make a decision if they want to sacrifice their own country and security and safety for the sake of Hamas terrorists.
IDF analyzed its operational systems and concluded Islamic Jihad responsible.
The barrage of rockets was fired by terrorists in Gaza, passing in close proximity to the El-Hali al-Ma'adi hospital in Gaza at the time it was hit.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu posted on X denying any IDF involvement. Along with this message, the entire world should know those who brutally murdered our children also murder their own children. IDF says it has checked all its systems to make sure it didn't fire in the area, and its radars that tracks incoming enemy fire.
And we saw that there was a barrage of rockets that was fired from mid or northern Gaza Strip towards Israel, exactly at the time or a little bit before the explosion reportedly happened, which was caught in our systems and perfectly corresponds with the information that we have.
IDF says since the war began, around 450 rockets launched at Israel have fallen within Gaza. Jeremy Sandberg, NTD News.